How's it everyone? Today I'm here with my WWE Extreme Rules 2018 pay-per-view. Of course, Extreme Rules streamed live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tonight. And overall, I gotta say, coming out of Extreme Rules, I did not enjoy this show at all. I thought it's a piss poor show. I honestly don't even want to talk about it, especially the main event. The main event gave me such a headache that I just wanted to turn the show off at that point because it's just like, it was ridiculous. The mixture of the crowd, too. The crowd for the show is absolutely horrendous. I thought they were terrible, especially during the main event. They actually made me want to turn off the main event because they're so fucking annoying. So this video may have a lot of ranting in it, so just heads up. But Extreme Rules, piss poor pay-per-view, like I said, in my opinion. This was worse than Backlash, and I hated Backlash. I don't know if it was worse than Battleground from last year because that was a pretty shitty pay-per-view. But this show was just pure garbage. Two matches really were good. One match that I enjoyed the most wasn't even a match because it was a squash, so it goes to show you how much I enjoyed this show, the fact that my most enjoyment I got from the show was from a squash match, of all things. So, just piss poor effort, and it was not a good show at all. Didn't enjoy it. Not a fan of Extreme Rules 2018. That's what it's from me. Before we get to the main show, of course, talk about the 1 hour kickoff show, 1 hour prior to the pay-per-view. We had three notable things, of course, two of them being matches, one just being a very awkward segment that I just want to talk about because it was very, very fucking awkward. But the first match we had, of course, was Andrade and Almas versus Cara. This match was fine. It was good. Their match on SmackDown Live this past Tuesday was a lot better, in my opinion, but it was fine here because Cara just kept botching left and right. You know, Almas got his signature stuff in. Sin Cara screwed a Hurricanrana off the top rope onto the apron to the outside, which he didn't even hit Almas at all. He completely missed him. Almas had to pretty much throw himself off the edge, so Sin Cara fucked that up. Almas took a backdrop onto the, or back bump onto the apron, which those spots just fucking kill my back every single time. So it was fine for what it was. Almost hits a double knees in the corner, followed by, of course, the hammerlock DDT to secure the win. So fine match. Like I said, I thought their match on SmackDown Live was better than this one, though. Then Shinsuke Nakamura had an interview, which was extremely fucking awkward, because either there was actual connection issues or Nakamura was just trolling the shit out of him, which at first I thought he was just trolling them, but then like towards the end I'm like, okay, I'm actually starting to question if that was actual like fuck up or not. So very, very awkward interview with Nakamura there, so I just want to throw it out there that it was just very, very awkward. But Nakamura, great troll. Then of course we had the 6-man tag team tables match, the New Day taking on SAnitY, which I thought was fine. You know, I thought this match would be a lot better, but for what they did, you know, it was what it was. You know, right from the get-go, they all brawl from the bell. Big E tried to spear either Eric Young or Alexander Wolf through the table with a signature spear through the ropes, of course, but they prevented him from doing that. You had a great spot where Xavier Woods did a double foot stomp onto, I believe it was Eric Young and Alexander Wolf when Big E and Kofi had them both up for power bombs, double stomp, you know, right there. Kofi had a moment in the ring where he's pretty much cleaning house, you know, hit the Charles in Paradise on Killian Dan, I believe, and it was just clean house. Came down to him and Eric Young, tried to put Eric Young to a table, but, you know, Alexander Wolf came to his aid, which led to Eric Young hitting a elbow drop through the table on the Kofi Kingston to win that match for SAnitY. So SAnitY gets a win. About time. SAnitY has not had any wins so far, so it's good to see them pick up a win against New Day. Like I said, that was a good match. Could have been better, but, you know, it was a kickoff match, so I'm not expecting anything too fantastic from that. So let's go on to the main show, which opened up with the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Of course, the leaders of the world's Broken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt taking on the B Team. This was a very average match right from the get-go. You know, Matt was taking over control of Curtis Axel. You know, or Bo Dallas, one of the two, I don't remember. I think it was Bo Dallas he was in the ring with at the beginning. Tagged in Bray Wyatt, you know, him and then Bray and Curtis Axel went out for a little bit, had some back and forth action. You know, Matt Hardy got back in the ring, cleared house for a little bit. And then, you know, Bray Wyatt once again got the hot tag. And then, of course, the finish came with, you know, just chaos emerging. And then, you know, Bray Wyatt taking out the B Team, taking out Curtis Axel on the outside. But while he's doing that, Matt Hardy got hit with a neck breaker off the rope when, you know, Bo Dallas set him up. Neck breaker, 1, 2, 3. The B Team are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. What? What a fucking joke. First off, the Raw Tag Team Division is a joke to begin with, but to make the B Team of all people the fucking tag team champions of that show, what a fucking joke. You know, I hope they're transitional champions. I hope they lose that SummerSlam, whether it's the Revival, even Authors of Pain, who I don't even give a shit for. Just get the titles off them immediately and put them on someone else, because that was just, like I said, it wasn't even a good match to begin with. It was fine. It was like a basic TV match, you know, their basic stuff. B Team, you know, getting up on Hardy, and then Hardy getting the hot tag to Bray, and then Bray, you know, getting the final tag to Matt, you know, set up for the finish. It was a typical tag team match, but it's just like, come on, you get the fucking tag team titles to the B Team. I'm going to save myself some stress and just not even rant about that, because that was just whatever. And they, of course, they do the whole post-match promo where they're celebrating and whatnot, so yeah, B Team or tag team champions, whatever. We have Kurt Angle backstage who said that, you know what, he's tired of Brock's shit. ultimatum. Brock, you come to Raw tomorrow night and pick an opponent for your title match next, or I strip you the title. So it only took a year and a half and about 5 title defenses in that 5 years to Kurt finally realize, hey, I can strip him of his championship. So yeah, obviously Brock's going to defend the title SummerSlam. Hopefully it's against someone that we're not expecting, like Roman Reigns. Hopefully it's not him. But, of course, we'll probably see who Brock faces tomorrow. So I guess that's a reason to tune in to Raw tomorrow, so that's good. From there, I'm going to Finn Bálor versus Constable Baron Corbin. Nothing a match here. Baron Corbin just constantly putting Bálor in headlocks and chin locks. Not really much to it. Bálor had a nice comeback. Hit a beautiful sling blade on Baron Corbin, which Baron Corbin actually countered one of them into an awesome deep 6. He had some good back and forth action. Finn Bálor hitting the shotgun drop kicks on Baron Corbin to set up the coup de grace, but Corbin knocked him down. Went for the end of days. Finn Bálor cradled him up 1, 2, 3, wins the match. So very typical basic TV match. Again, the crowd wasn't into it. Just a lot of just boring spots this match, whether it was Corbin putting him in a lock or whatnot. Just not a whole lot happened. The last couple minutes were pretty good, but for the most part, nothing more of a match really. From there, I'm going to go to the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Of course, Carmella defending against Asuka with James Ellsworth suspended above the ring in a shark cage. So they suspend James Ellsworth above the ring, which was like 5 feet above the ring, might I add. And, he's dropping shit to Carmella, drops a chain, drops hairspray, and Asuka's just deflecting all this shit out of Carmella's hands. Carmella gets knocked to the outside, Asuka's in the ring, and all of a sudden James Ellsworth picks a lock. And James Ellsworth is hanging off the cage. His clothes gets caught when he's getting down, so he's just hanging upside down in the shark cage. And Asuka takes it upon herself to just start beating the shit out of Ellsworth. She's getting kicks, hits, it's knocking him down. They're trying to lower the cage down. Asuka beats away security, whoever it is, to help get Ellsworth down. Beating him down. Then all of a sudden, Carmella out of nowhere pushes Asuka into the shark cage at the edge, pins her. 1, 2, 3. Carmella retains the SmackDown Women's Championship, which I was happy that she did, because I don't think Asuka should win the championship right now, because it just done absolutely nothing for her for me to care about her winning the championship. But Carmella retains. Hopefully we get Carmella and Becky for the title, because Becky's been on a roll, so I think Becky dethroning her is the most logical thing at this point. But yeah, so Asuka gets mad, throws a temper tantrum, starts beating shit out of everyone, so that was that. Nothing really much to it. From there, I'm going to the United States Championship match. Of course, Jeff Hardy defending against Shinsuke Nakamura. Right from the get-go, as the referee's getting ready, giving the title to the bell keeper or whatever, Nakamura just low blows the fuck out of Hardy. The referee doesn't see it, rings the bell because Hardy says he's good. As soon as the bell rings, Nakamura runs, fucking Kinshasa, 1, 2, 3. Nakamura is a brand new United States champion. Why the fuck couldn't you have done that at WrestleMania, the Greatest Royal Rumble, or Backlash? Why couldn't you have done that? That would have been genius right there. So, I absolutely loved the way this all went out. I thought it was great. It was squashed, but it did its purpose. It made Nakamura look smart for once. Jeff Hardy's banged up, so, I wasn't surprised they didn't have an actual match, even though I do believe they could have an awesome match when Jeff's all healed up. But for this purpose alone, I was for it. I thought it was good for what it was. Nakamura's a champion. Finally, he's long overdue. Should have been WWE champion. But you know what? U.S. championship. I don't mind at this point. It's better than nothing. So Nakamura is champion. I'm glad. Very, very happy. I'm losing my shit at this point. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Randy Orton comes out. So Orton's coming out. I'm thinking, okay, we're getting Nakamura and Orton at SummerSlam. Hell yeah. So Orton's staring on Nakamura. Then all of a sudden, slowly turns, just grabs Jeff's legs and just fucking knees him in the nuts, or not knees him, kicks him in the nuts and walks out. So Orton heel turn, Orton versus Nakamura, SummerSlam, that raises a bunch of questions, so it definitely makes me interested to tune in to SmackDown Live. And we're getting, Nakamura and Hardy to rematch on SmackDown Live this upcoming Tuesday anyway, so that definitely intrigued me. I think Nakamura and Orton's going to be heel versus heelish, because, the way Nakamura was looking at Orton was kind of like he was pissed because Orton was stealing his thunder, his light. So I can see that leading to a match with Nakamura just being pissed that, he didn't appreciate Orton taking his moment. But at the same time, like I said, I think Orton's going to be heel now, which is desperately needed, because Orton he's run his course as a face, and he's not really doing anything, so I think him as a heel is the best thing for him right now. But yeah, really excited to see how that goes. Like I said, I'm very happy Nakamura's champion. Nakamura and Orton potentially at SummerSlam, I'd be excited for that. So that was my favorite thing on the show, was that match, and it was a squash. So goes to show you how I feel about this show. From there, we go to the steel cage match between Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens. This was good for what it was, I felt. It wasn't just a comedy match like I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be pretty much Strowman towing around with Owens. But it was competitive. You know, Owens somehow found the courage and fought back against Strowman. Strowman was able to egg him on to, you know, fight back. Even at one point, Owens even hit a stunner on Strowman. Owens was doing possibly everything he could to put Strowman down. He even handcuffed him. He handcuffed him to the ropes, you know, did some super kick barrage, and then at the point he's like, no, fuck it, I'm just going to escape the cage. As Owens is escaping, Strowman just rips the cuffs off, chases Owens on top of the cage. They're both standing on top of the cage, and the moment they both stood on top of the cage, I knew exactly what was going on. Strowman takes him, looks down, looks at Owens, looks down, looks at Owens, fucking just throws him off through the announce table. So, Kevin Owens wins this match, which I'm very, very happy for, and they did it in a way that didn't hurt Strowman at all. But Owens, that bump, man, just... This guy has taken every fucking bump imaginable this year, and you can't discredit Kevin Owens because he's just going out there and looking like $1 million, and he took a hell of a bump right there. And of course, Strowman, being an asshole that he is, just sits there and laughs it off, goes, ha 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 ha, I just killed you, ha ha ha. Like, come on, dude. How can people get behind a guy that's just being a blatant asshole for no reason? I mean, I love Braun Strowman, but at the same time, it's like, Jesus Christ, if I was anyone else, I'd be like, fuck this guy. He's being a complete asshole for no reason. This poor guy that did nothing to him. So, that was that. Strowman killed Owens. Owens, hopefully you're good. From there on we go to, which before we get to this match, earlier on the show, they did a backstage thing where the Bludgeon Brothers attacked Team Hell No and took out Kane, so Kane was out, which led into the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, of course, the Bludgeon Brothers defending mainly against Daniel Bryan, because it was a 1-on-2 match for the first 5 minutes until Kane came out. So the match starts, Bryan's going out alone, gets his stuff in, you know, is having a hot start, you know, running the outside, you know, taking the Bludgeon Brothers out. Bludgeon Brothers have a nice comeback on Bryan. As soon as they're taking over, you know, Kane comes out, gets in the ring, you know, tries to choke, he chokeslams Rowan, tries to chokeslams Harper, tries a tombstone, but doesn't work, his foot gives out, they attack Kane, drop kick his foot, chop block his injured leg, tags Bryan in, Bryan, you know, tries to, you know, get down, or tries to win the match with submissions, you know, locks in the yes lock, but, you know, Harper doesn't tap out. Then the Bludgeon Brothers have their finish on Bryan, and that was it. 1, 2, 3. Bludgeon Brothers retained the SmackDown Tag Team titles, and this was the definition of an underwhelming finish and an underwhelming match. The way they, to me, like, I was excited for Team Hell No to come back, but this match, they ruined them. And I'm not a huge fan of one thing ruining people or teams, but this match ruined them. All the momentum is gone. They lost. They jobbed. Whatever you want to say. Just the match, even like the match was like 7 minutes, and it was absolutely nothing. The crowd wasn't even into it. You know, Bryan's comeback was nothing. The finish didn't get a reaction. Just nothing for this match. So, very underwhelming finish. Very underwhelming match. Very disappointing. So I really thought this would be an awesome match, but it didn't deliver. I don't know if because Kane legitimately got injured. They're reporting that Kane broke his ankle, so I'm not sure if it was a legitimate injury. So they had to do with angle, what, you know, where they wrote Kane off and where he didn't really do anything in the match or what. But I was just very, very disappointed with this match, and it could have been so much more, but it is treated like it was nothing. Bludgeon Brothers retained. You know, that was that. And then we go to Roman Reigns versus Bob Lashley. Now, I'm surprised this is the main event, first off. I was mind blown this was the main event. But the match itself was good. I'll give him credit. You know, at first I wasn't into it. It was a typical Roman Reigns 2018 match where nothing's going on, a lot of holds. You know, the crowd's not into it. Roman Reigns kind of just looking around like an idiot. Not much going on, but the match started picking up. You know, they got on the outside, did some spots on the outside, took the steel steps, tried to hit each other with steel steps. Started picking up, started getting good. You know, did some good spots. You know, Roman Reigns hitting some nice Superman punches on Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley in the vertical suplex, which I thought, why the fuck would you ever think that would be even remotely close to a finish? Did a spot where Bobby Lashley did successfully gave him belly to belly onto the announce table, which Brock failed to do at WrestleMania. So that was a good spot right there, I felt. It's some nice near falls. You know, Roman Reigns hitting some 6 Superman punches to the point where he just nearly broke Bobby Lashley's jaw off his face, it looked like. Then, of course, you know, Roman Reigns set up for that final spear, and as he goes for the final spear, Bobby Lashley probably hits the worst spear in the history of the world, which was like, it was a terrible spear Bobby Lashley hit. And 1, 2, 3, that was it. Bobby Lashley defeats Roman Reigns. Thank you. I'm glad Bobby Lashley beat Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns didn't need that win. Bobby Lashley needed it. Hopefully that also means that, you know, Roman Reigns isn't the key guy to beat Brock anymore, which, you know, I'm not saying that it is. You know, it's very possible Roman is still facing Brock, or maybe it's a triple threat with both of them. But I feel like Bobby Lashley beating Reigns definitely was the right decision. Like I said, it was a good match. I wasn't into it at the beginning, but they started picking up. You had some nice powerhouse moves. Bobby Lashley took a hell of a back bump. You know, Reigns just dumped on the outside, and Bobby Lashley took a hell of a backdrop on the outside. So, you know, shout out to Bobby Lashley for continuing the match after that backdrop, because that was just, excuse me, my back was hurting for him after that bump. So, Bobby Lashley continues the match, beats Roman Reigns. Like I said, good match. I enjoyed it for what it was. Good big man match, and builds Bobby Lashley up, makes him credible. So, definitely was the right decision to have Bobby Lashley defeat Roman Reigns. From there, we go to the Extreme Rules match for the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss defending against Nia Jax. Natalya and Mickey both come out with, Nia Jax and Alexa, and the match is absolutely nothing. Mickey's throwing Alexa weapons to hit Nia with, but Nia's just deflecting everything, basically. Nia's being a bully. She throws Alexa Bliss onto the trash can, throwing her around the ring. Just nothing's going on. Nothing worth really paying attention for until Ronda gets involved. She beats up Mickie James, throws her into the barricade, which nearly kills her a handful of times, hits a Samoan drop on the outside to her. It's just beating down poor old Mickie James for no reason. And then I think Ronda gets taken. I don't even know what happened to Ronda. I honestly don't remember what happened to her. She got taken out, or she just stopped, or what. But one way or another, Mickie and Alexa end up teaming on Nia Jax some more. Alexa Bliss hits her DDT onto Nia Jax onto the chair, and 1, 2, 3. Alexa Bliss retains the Raw Women's Championship. Another terrible match between both of them. Their first two matches weren't all that bad, but this was just flat terrible. Get Nia Jax out of the Raw Women's title scene because she's just absolutely horrendous. And so I guess it's all set up for Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam, match I'm very excited for. Ronda didn't even get her hands on Alexa Bliss, which was the right decision because it makes you want to see her get her hands on Bliss even more. So, but I'm surprised Ronda didn't do as much as I thought. I definitely thought she'd be involved a lot more in the match, but she really just was there for a spot or two, and that was it. So I was very surprised how little she did because I thought she definitely would get involved a hell of a lot more than what she did. So that was that. And then, of course, we go to the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles defending against Rusev, which, match quality-wise, match is nice if you ask me. I think they went out there and had a hell of a match. They told a hell of a story with, AJ working on Rusev's knee and Rusev working on AJ Styles' back throughout the duration of the match. You had some good stuff. You even got a lot of near falls. Like, there were legitimately points in this match where I thought Rusev was going to win because they had some believable near falls. So I was definitely added suspense and drama to the match. So AJ Styles, just with anyone, go out there and have a really good match. And that's what we did with Rusev. I just thought they had a really killer WWE title match, and crowd was heavily into it. It was a lot of fun. So I definitely, can't discredit AJ or Rusev. He had some great spots. AJ going for the 450, but Rusev putting his knees up, going for the accolade, but, Styles rolling it through for a calf crusher, and then, of course, Aiden English pushing the rope to Rusev, grab the rope, break it up. Rusev's on a roll, hit the Machka kick on AJ for a beautiful near fall. I legitimately thought at the end of the match, when he hit that Machka kick on AJ, that he was going to win. And, of course, Rusev built up the accolade, but couldn't do it because his leg was injured from, AJ working on it, but Rusev just said, no. Punching, hitting the leg, trying to build up that strength back up. AJ fights back, hits a beautiful 450 onto Rusev for a nice near fall, but Rusev kicks out. Aiden English pulls off one of the turnbuckles, or the padding on the turnbuckle, but AJ fights on Rusev. They go into the corner. Rusev goes to run on AJ. AJ gets out of the way. Rusev runs into the turnbuckle. Phenomenal forearm. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles retains the WWE Championship. Like I said, that was a really good match. That told a great story with both men working on counterparts. Rusev's getting over. That was a breakthrough performance for him, if you ask me. He definitely was a believable main event guy in this match. Like I said, the near falls he had, even the submission, we locked in the accolade. I thought AJ might have tapped out, or the referee might have called it off because AJ was passed out. I don't know, but Rusev definitely looked like a main event talent, and he made me believe that he could have won the championship at any moment in that match. So kudos to them for doing that. And another really good title match from AJ Styles. Then, of course, we go to the main event, which was surprisingly the main event. The 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, Dolph Ziggler defending against Seth Rollins. This match was not very good. Now, it was good, but for an Iron Man match, especially a main event Iron Man match, it wasn't good. The crowd ruined it too, by the way. I just want to say, if you were there and you're one of the morons constantly counting down the 10 to 0 and doing the stupid sound at 0, fuck you, because you're part of the reason why this match no one gave a shit about this match. I was so fucking annoyed, I had to mute the TV because I was so fucking fed up. WWE had to take the timer off the screen, off the Titantron, because they didn't want people counting down anymore because they got so fucking annoying. So to anyone in the crowd, or even anyone at home that was doing the countdown and the stupid noise, fuck you. Seriously, you didn't contribute to anything. You made anything worse, and just fuck you. I strongly am very pissed off about that. Like I said, that legitimately gave me a headache. I was annoyed, and I just wanted the match to fucking end so the fucking idiots would stop doing that. So I apologize for that rant. Match itself, like I said, nothing's going on. Within the first 10 minutes, you already had, almost all the meaningful falls. So Seth Rollins gets a fall very early on with the cradle on Dolph Ziggler. Very, very early on. Probably like 5 minutes in the match. About 7 or 8 minutes, pins Dolph Ziggler once again with a curb stomp, pins him 1-2-3, he's up 2-0. McIntyre gets involved, McIntyre beats down on Seth Rollins, so this causes disqualification. So Rollins is up 3-0 the first like 10 minutes into the match. McIntyre beats him down, hits a Claymore kick. Once he gets ejected from the ring, Ziggler pretty much makes the cover for the Claymore. 1-2-3, Ziggler, it's now 3-1. Ziggler hits a super kick on Rollins, tied up 2-2, or 3-2, not tied up, but put it 3-2, and then follows it up with a zigzag right after to tie up 3-3. So, but we're probably 15 minutes into the match, and we already have 6 falls, so that was that. And then, very basic wrestling, not anything really going on that's noteworthy, just a lot of rest holds, and just not really anything happening. You know, a lot of pin attempts, of course, trying to beat one another, so Seth Rollins put a sharpshooter to try and submit Dolph Ziggler, so he busts out something different. But the crowd, you can tell that Ziggler and Rollins were pissed off too, because they were purposely trying to time their spots with the time, so the crowd would either have to react to what they're doing or count. So I thought that was very smart on their behalf to try and counteract that, but it didn't work that well because the crowd caught into what they were doing and just kind of stopped giving a fuck what they were doing. Ziggler got another fall to make it 3-4 once he rolled up Rollins and put his feet on the rope to pin him, so it's up 4-3 at that point. And then of course Rollins pins him with, I believe, like a cradle or something to tie it up, 4-4 with like a couple minutes remaining in the match. And of course your typical final thing where they're trying to get in the last minute pinfalls. Ziggler's trying to run out of the ring to make it a no contest, or retains, but you know, Rollins gets to him, throws back in the ring, hits a curb stomp with 10 seconds left. But of course, in old WWE fashion, when there's 10 seconds left and you hit your finishing move, you have to take 20 minutes to crawl to your opponent to pin him. But of course, by the time you pin him, it's at 1 second, so time expires as you pin him, and that was that. It's so fucking irritating, because it's what they do in every single Iron Man match, where they have to do the last minute pinfall where, you know, you hit the finisher. There's plenty of time to fucking pin them, but they want to take their precious time crawling over to get the pin. By the time you get the pin, time expires. Typical WWE finish. So, that's it. Match is over. Ziggler's walking out still a champion. No contest. So, of course, Carino comes out, restarts the match for a final fall. When the match starts up, you know, McIntyre runs out of fucking nowhere on Rollins. Rollins dumps him out of the ring. As he does that, Ziggler hits a zigzag out of nowhere. 1-2-3, retains the Intercontinental Championship. What was the point? Honestly, what was the point of restarting the match for literally 5 seconds just for another fall? For Ziggler to just pin him out of the blue. You should have just left it be a fucking no contest, or you should have just had Ziggler pin Rollins with seconds left. You could have done anything else, but no, you had to do that stupid finish with a restart and just a quick fucking finish like that. Completely pointless, and I just thought it was extremely stupid. That's just pay-per-view. Extremely stupid. Not Extreme Rules, extremely stupid, because everything that's happened on the show, besides Nakamura winning the U.S. Championship, might I add, and Owens taking that awesome bump, everything was extremely stupid. What was the point of the Team Hell No reunion? Stupid. The Raw Women's Title, both Women's Title matches, stupid. B-Team Tag Team Champions, stupid. What fucking else? Whatever else happened in the show, stupid. Besides, like I said, Nakamura, besides Owens winning, AJ and Rusev was good. I didn't like this show, guys. I don't know if you guys can tell by my demeanor and just the way I've been talking and burying the show. I didn't like it. I didn't like Extreme Rules, and if you guys did, good for you. I'm glad someone enjoyed it, because I definitely didn't. But like I said, they did do something, and that was intrigued me for Raw and SmackDown Live. Of course, Raw, like I said, Brock's either going to show up or not. SmackDown Live, you have the direction of Nakamura and Orton now, so I'm really excited to see where that goes. Really excited to see AJ's next opponent. Fingers crossed for Samoa Joe. Very curious to see what they do with Daniel Bryan. I don't know if they go straight to the Miz feud or what. They kind of have to at this point, I guess, go straight to the Miz feud. So, looks like Miz and Bryan's going to happen at SummerSlam probably now, so I don't know. Just a lot of shitty booking, and just nothing really came to fruition. Like I said, the best match on the card to me was Styles and Nakamura, or Styles and Rusev. Nakamura and Hardy was my favorite match personally, just because of just enjoyed how everything played out. But yeah, Extreme Rules, not a good show. Wasn't a fan of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching the video.